What's going on, everyone? And welcome to my review of Child's Play 3. Now, this is a film that, I don't like it. Now, I feel like this is the kind of movie that pretty much everyone would agree is the bottom of the barrel for the Child's Play. Well, no, that's a complete lie. There are a lot of people, I'd say about half people would say this is the bottom of the barrel for the franchise. The other half would say Seed of Chucky. I have to go with this one. So Child's Play 3 isn't a horrible movie. It's not, it's not Jason Takes Manhattan bad or anything like that. It's just kind of aggressively uninteresting. Now, this film raises the age of Andy and puts him into a military school, which is just like really, really boring. A boring, just grey location. There's not really that much that happens. Very stereotypical characters, very stereotypical bullies, kind of just quoting just lines from Full Metal Jacket here and there, and just reminds you, yeah, that was a good movie, wasn't it, Full Metal Jacket? Now, you do have some good parts with this film. You do have Chucky mostly on fire. You have some really funny parts. You have the guy when he scares the guy to death, and he's like all pissed off because he can't, actually kill him. He's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I thought that was funny. You've got, obviously, don't fuck with the Chuck. Classic one-liner from Chucky. You have, I think it might even be his first line. Oh, no, it might not be his first. It's his first line when he meets Tyler, the kid. He's like a 6-year-old kid or whatever. Or he acts like he's 6. He actually looks more like he's 11 or something, but he goes, "Who the fuck are you?" It's really aggressive and it's really funny. You also have some good moments of gore in this film. You have Chucky getting his face sliced off with the big kind of Grim Reaper machete, whatever it is, inside the ridiculously large carnival ride, which, look, it's actually a pretty cool set piece to end the film, but the fact that it's just kind of like, a pop-up carnival that travels around, it's like, what the hell? This is like bigger than shit that they have at little Halloween Horror Nights in America and stuff. Like, this is insane. What the fuck? And you actually have legitimately sharp blades swinging around. It's like, what? Look, it's cool. It's a cool setting, and I do like him getting his face sliced open, and I do like the end of him getting chopped up into little bits with the big fucking, well, as he says, big industrial-sized fans. Ugh. But unfortunately, those positives are literally all that I have to say positive about this film. There's not really anything else that I care about at all. And it's not that it's aggressively awful, it's just that it's aggressively uninteresting. The character of Andy, he's not even bad, he's just whatever. I just don't find him particularly interesting. I found Alex Vincent far more compelling. I do kind of like the idea that the first two movies, it's kind of like the trilogy of Child's Play movies. Child's Play 1 is him trying to convince everyone around him that Chucky's real. The second movie is him fighting back. The third movie is kind of him trying to do the protecting of someone younger than him. I do like that idea. I just think the way it's done is very poor. And that's one of those reasons it's poor, is because Andy is just very average and uninteresting. The second reason it's poor, which is probably the worst part of this movie, is the character of Tyler. I do not like him at all. He's the one that Chucky is after in this movie. And it's just a really uninteresting kind of like chase thing, because you're kind of just wanting Chucky to possess him because he's so annoying. He looks like he's 11 or 12, but he acts like he's 6. It's super weird. And the only parts of the movie that I actually liked are when he's, Chucky's actually yelling at him. He's like, "You're a fucking drag, you know that?" He's just really babyish. He doesn't act his age. He's hard to get invested in. He's always like, "Joe, stop swearing." And I'm just like, oh my god, shut up. And when you spend a good portion of the movie with him, I just check out. I'm like, yeah, nah. Ugh. I also think the kind of brewing romance between Da Silva and Andy is painfully lackluster. Like, it's just, again, it's not awful, it just puts me to sleep. I don't know how to describe it. It just really puts me to sleep. I don't like it. I find them both Just uninteresting teens, and it has nothing to do with the rest of the movie, and it's very, very boring. But still, this movie, it's not a complete train wreck. I just find it boring. I just don't really have much desire to rewatch it. There's a couple of scenes that I can look up on YouTube, like I think when he swaps the paintball guns and swaps them with actual real guns with real ammo in it. I think that scene is absolutely hilarious and brutal. I do think, as I said, some of his one-liners in this are great. Some of them aren't. Some of them are pretty just lackluster as well, which is... I'd say this is probably the only one in the franchise where I'd say he has some lackluster one-liners. But yeah, I don't hate it as much as I used to when I first watched it. I just kind of think, look, this is bottom of the barrel for the franchise for me. And if this is as bad as they get, then this is a pretty fucking good franchise. Before I give out my rating, I do want to give you my favourite Chucky moment from the film. And this might surprise you actually, with all the iconic one-liners that there is. The one that got the biggest laugh out of me was when he was in the back of the rubbish truck. And he just screams. He's so angry and so pissed off, and it's what got the biggest laugh out of me in the film. I'm gonna give Child's Play 3 2 stars. Guys, thanks heaps for watching my review of Child's Play 3. I hope I'm better soon, because I really want to be able to punt through all these reviews, because I love talking about these movies. And there is a few other movies that are coming out in this month that I'm excited to get around to as well. You've got The Exorcist Believer, which I think is going to be absolutely horrible, but whatever, I want to watch it. You've got FNAF, and Killers of the Flower Moon. There's a lot coming out this month that I'm really excited for. So hopefully I'm better soon, because I really love talking about movies and stuff like that. So I'll see you all later. Bye.